Here I have a data set in Excel that I'd like to plot. A is going to be our x-axis and B is going to be our y-axis. So I'm going to highlight the data and then I'm going to insert a scatter chart with the lines connected. Notice that most of our data points are down here where we can hardly see them, and there's a few data points that are located to the right. One thing we can do is find out what sort of function this corresponds to. So if I right-click on one of the data points and I add a trend line, I can look at some function fits. For example, an exponential, you can see doesn't fit it very well. Linear is not such a good fit. It's definitely not a logarithm. But if we look at polynomial, that looks pretty good, as well as a power. So let's try a power fit. And I'm going to display equation on chart. Okay, we can barely see the equation, so I have to increase the font of this. So I'll go back to home and I'll change this to a 20 font. So we can see pretty nearly that this data corresponds to y equal to x squared. Next we can plot this on a log scale. If I highlight one of the axes here, I can change that to a log scale. As well as the y-axis, I'll change it to a log scale as well. I'll move my equation over. Not such a good fit. So for a log scale, it pretty much looks like a straight line on a log-log scale. So here we have roughly 2 divisions on the left, and it's going roughly 5 divisions onto the y-axis. We can also label the axes. So if I put axis titles, now I can put, say for the x-axis I just put x, and for the y-axis I can label that y. Then we can change our chart title if we want to, or simply take the title off.